What's up, guys? Teddy Cornwell here. Welcome to the Underdog Talk. Something about the Underdog. Today we have two very special guests. As you can see, two key men behind Bucked Up Supplements. I got to pull up a picture of these gentlemen. Boom, boom, boom. And before we get into this interview, I have to give these gentlemen a proper Underdog Talk introduction.
Mike and I are twins, by the way. We're twins.
I know. Luckily, Ryan has his shirt on, so he can't see what's
You see, I was gonna say that too, Mike. I couldn't tell who's bigger. I'm not gonna lie with you there. So that's twinning at its finest. This brand was created in 2013, starting out as just a local supplement company, a brand that believed in itself before everyone else saw its potential. Not only exploding onto the scene, but also boasting the #1 selling pre-workout on the market. And finally, a brand that is taking over the industry like never before and is in over 10,000 stores all over the world. The 2021 bodybuilding.com breakout brand of the year, Bucked Up. And the two faces behind Bucked Up, we got to see them in person, Mr. Ryan Gardner and Mr. Mike Symkoviak.
It's more of this Ryan right here. Yeah. I'm just the one that tries to flex, you know.
You see, you got to have that too in the brand. You know, you can't have it without the flex.
Of course.
And before we get started, Mike, is it true that your car is called Death?
My new ride, it's a black Tahoe, so he's got to have a nickname. There it is. Oh, sweet.
Dude, those rims look sick.
Yeah, that's a badass car. Life must be good for you if you can get something like that. I'm still driving an old car, so Mike, more power to you.
All for show, man.
All for show. Hey, it's a good show. It's a good show. Thanks. I want to dive deep right away into Bucked Up from the start of it all. So, Ryan, I have to ask you, when you and your brother started Bucked Up, did you ever see it turning out the way it did?
Well, no, at first we actually, Jeff and I both owned an affiliate network called Big Payout, and we were driving traffic to everybody and their products. So a person would come in and say, "Hey, I got this product. Will you drive traffic to my website?" And we would say, "Sure." And then we'd just turn around and sell it and give it to our affiliates in our network. And what happened is we eventually got smart and said, "Hey, we just need to do it for ourselves. We need to drive traffic to our own brand and our own products." Well, we actually bought domain names, and we would develop a website around those domain names, and then we would drive traffic to them. So we ended up going out and buying a domain name for $25,000 called L-Argine, L-Argine.com. And what we did is, at the time, Google rewarded you for having the exact match domain. So when somebody would go on, they would type in L-Argine. Well, we would pop right to the top. And we ended up selling about $4 to $5 million worth of L-Argine, just one single product, L-Argine, every single year. So we were doing 30 to 50,000 bottles a month, depended on the month. And then we ended up buying a domain name after we read it in Sports Illustrated. We bought a domain name called deerantlerspray.com in 2013. Now, this is when we got introduced to Mike Simkoviak, the famous Mike Simkoviak. He's been with us since 2013, and we had just one product called Deer Antler Spray, and we thought it was going to be another L-Argine product. And we were like, man, this could be another huge product that we do, single product that we drive traffic to. Well, come to find out, not very many people read Sports Illustrated for the articles. If I could say. So
it wasn't swimsuit edition.
Of course, it's the
I read that one too.
See, so what we did is we ended up only selling about 12 to 15 bottles a day. Then about 8 months later, Ray Lewis gets accused of taking it right before the Super Bowl. A guy had a receipt and held it up and said, "Hey, I have this receipt and it shows that you purchased Deer Antler Spray from this other company." Well, every 5 minutes they were announcing it on ESPN that Ray Lewis gets accused of taking Deer Antler Spray. Well, guess who owns deerantlerspray.com? yours truly, me and my twin brothers. So what we ended up doing is every 5 minutes it was getting announced and another 100 orders would come in. And because somebody would go and type deer antler spray or deerantlerspray.com, they immediately came to our website, and we sold all of our bottles in one day. And then within a couple days, GNC calls us and says, hey, how fast could you get us 30,000 bottles of deer antler spray? And we said, hold on one second. I called the manufacturer and I said, hey, buddy, this is Ryan with deer antler spray. He goes, I thought I'd be hearing from you. So he ended up producing 30,000 bottles for us as fast as possible. It took like 4 weeks. We immediately got into GNC. Obviously, Mike has been crucial help for us. We were going to like fit expos and things like that. Mike would come with us, and we were just selling one product, which was deer antler spray. Then later on in 2016, we decided, hey, what really sells is pre-workout. Mm-hmm. Everybody's taking a pre-workout. So we decided to keep along with the deer theme, and we called it Bucked Up. So that's how Bucked Up came about. Mike's been crucial help with us in going to the expos, getting the attention. I mean, just have him flex and have him wear his crazy contacts, and he gets all the attention we need at the booth.
That's all that you need. And I mean, Ryan, I don't know if you read my mind, or I mean, you literally targeted everything that I was going to bring up. So, I mean, that's impressive. No, that's impressive. I loved hearing that because it helped me understand everything more. So obviously you purchased Deer Velvet Antler Spray in 2013. Now, Ryan, I am very interested. Was there something that you saw about Deer Velvet Antler before everyone else saw?
To be honest, I wasn't big into working out, and I hadn't, as you could tell, I've just started in the gym. I weighed 135 last week, and now I'm 190. So, so with Deer Antler Velvet Extract, it was just an opportunity. We just happened to be in the right place at the right time. And we saw that nobody had purchased deerantlerspray.com, and they had mentioned it. And so we just took advantage of the opportunity that was laid in front of us. And then we developed the website and went and got it produced with a company in Florida that gets deer antler velvet extract from New Zealand. There's a couple farms in the US, and then also there's some in China. There's just wherever we could get deer antler velvet extract, that's where we went and got it.
And Ryan, I have
from New Zealand. So the red.
I hear the best. Yeah, the best one is apparently I hear from New Zealand. I've tried your product actually myself. I work at GNC. It actually tasted good. That's what I'm going to say about it. For some reason, I actually didn't mind the taste. But Ryan, I have to ask, are you a big fan of Ray Lewis?
I'm a huge fan of Ray Lewis. Any press is good press.
Number 52, baby.
That's right.
Now, after you got this Deer Velvet Antler into GNC, how big was that?
It was awesome because, we were selling just one product, and they were selling about 1,500 bottles a week of deer antler velvet extract. So every week it just compound, every week, 1,500 bottles. It was great. So it lasted for a while, and it still sells, thousands of bottles every week. So we're in Vitamin Shop, GNC, mom and pop supplement shops throughout the country. Even on our own website, it all sells really, really well.
100%. And I mean, I have an interesting question that a viewer asked me to ask you.
Yes.
So is it true that your family was hesitant of you buying the domain Bucked Up?
Of course. So being from Utah, and even today I had a conversation with a lady who came out to bid me on a pickleball court. And she's like, the guy said he might not want to deal with you because of the name Bucked Up. It sounds too close to the F word. My parents were the same way. My parents, I am Mormon. And so, we don't really cuss or swear or things like this. And that was so close to the F word. My parents, it was really hard for them to say the word bucked up. But now it sure comes off the tongue real easy to them now.
It does. And I mean, you even went on another step and did Woke AF. So, I mean, definitely you're rolling with it.
Well, Woke AF, I told my parents the AF stands for American Fork because that's where we're located. And so they went along with it until my sister told them that it doesn't stand for American Fork, Mom and Dad. So anyways, we try to push the envelope and just do things that are catchy, that gets people's attention. That's part of marketing. I mean, really, our background is marketing, and we got into doing supplements because it's a great opportunity because lots of people like working out.
I mean, as Elon Musk said, when something's important enough, you do it even if the odds are not in your favor. And I think, you know, the odds were not in your favor with Bucked Up. I mean, shortly after, you know, everything went well for you. So, I mean, the $1 million question, did you make this move, which obviously paid off, but at the moment, did you know, again, that Bucked Up would take off? Obviously, the Deer Velvet Antler, you know, it was something that you were fishing for. But did you know Bucked Up and this pre-workout idea would be the #1 selling pre-workout in the industry?
No, but what we try to do is be innovators, and we try to do things that are, you know, that are ahead of the curve. And what we like to do is, you know, with even the name Bucked Up, with the way we went out with it, we said, hey, this is a game-changing formula. We're going to come out with a non-proprietary blend. And at the time, no one had non-proprietary blend. Hardly anybody did. And so we were like, hey, let's let them beat us at marketing, because people were totally against us coming out saying, hey, if you disclose it, Cellucor, Optim Nutrition, any of these big dogs are going to just come along and copy it. And we said, well, let them beat us at marketing. That's our forte. So, you know, at the time when we launched it, we had no clue what it is. And even looking back, I'm like, wow, we keep growing and growing and growing. And it's just becoming a monster where, you know, we feel like we can be a household name. Like people, you know, if you ask people, hey, have you ever heard of Red Bull or Monster? We feel like we can even be bigger than a Red Bull or Monster. We feel like we can cross over into all these different genres that some of these other companies can't do.
And I think you're doing that exactly. I don't think there is. I think you are. And I think you have done that, to give credit to you, your whole team, because I think you have definitely changed the game and really are a key staple in most, you know, vitamin shops and GNCs, you know, around the world, obviously. So now I think one of your other smart moves, you know, Ryan, was obviously bringing in Mike. So now, Mike, would you mind talking about why Bucked Up? Because obviously started with them right when in 2013. So this was an idea you believed in right from the bat.
Yeah, the thing is, I actually had helped Ryan with some other of his other business, $5 supplements, fitsavers.com. So they were they really liked that space, you know, the fitness space. It was something new for them. You know, I had been an athlete, so I started, like you said, doing some expos. When the deer antler came, I jumped on board. I was like, yeah, I'll be doing expos. I'd love to rep it. But then as they came into Bucked Up, he's like, hey, I think we should come out with a pre-workout. And I was like, no, you don't want to mess with, it's just like you're just getting in overhead, you know? And so that was the cool thing about Bucked Up, is they did come out with something different that set them apart at the time and even still today. So it was nice because people are getting a lot more educated with the internet. You know, nowadays at expos, people look at the ingredients and they know what's in a product. So it's pretty awesome to see.
And I think, Mike, you hit, you know, the nail on the head, because at the end of the day, people like to see products that stand out. I mean, they all have the pump products. They all have that caffeine. What makes you special? And that Deer Velvet Antler is a standalone ingredient that not only has benefits, but makes you different. And I truly, that is just remarkable, you know, on how you were so successful in doing that. So hats off to you, Ryan, and, you know, your brother for that. Now, Mike, I have to ask you, I did see this. What is Bucked Up South Jordan? Would you mind talking about that?
Yeah, so Bucked Up's been expanding a bit. They've tried opening a few franchise stores here in Utah. There's a couple outside of Utah. And so I was lucky enough that Ryan allowed me to open a store, and it's located in South Jordan, Utah. So it's a Bucked Up franchise. We sell all Bucked Up, whether it's apparel, supplements, and it's doing awesome. So it's a great opportunity. I
think that's another amazing marketing opportunity, Ryan. I mean, do you see you opening more standalone Bucked Up stores, Ryan?
Yeah, just to tell you, we have about 8 retail store locations, and we just wanted to test them to see how they do. And they're all doing great, and they're doing really well. We have like 3 stores in Idaho. We have 5 stores here in Utah. They all do really, really well. What sets us apart is we're not just a supplement company, but we also sell apparel, accessories, everything else. So it's not like you're just pigeonholed into just selling supplements. You know what I mean? And then also with our brand being out there with apparel and like what Mike's wearing, you see that, people come in and buy just apparel. And it just helps our brand and our marketing get out there. Now, we've kind of taken a step back. We just wanted to proof of concept and do a couple stores here in Utah where we're really strong. And we just wanted to take a look and see how well they would do. And we're like, man, this is an opportunity to branch out and be in control of our own destiny, where we're not just reliant on GNC or a vitamin shop or other mom and pop supplement shops, that we can actually do distribution to our own stores and our own channels. But we're kind of holding off on expanding anymore at this point, because we're going to focus on velocity at like things like GNC and Vitamin Shop and Walmart and a few other places that we're now going into. We're going to focus on that velocity to get us really popular, that when these stores do open up, they're balling. They're just rolling, and they're making a lot of money, because we want the brand to get out there and people be aware of the brand, that when they go into one of the retail stores, they're just buying. So
100%.
That's what we like. So we're going to hold off for about another year or 2 before we start expanding nationwide.
And I think in that year, when this does become more of a reality, I think that's going to set you apart. I mean, these companies have, there's gyms out there for, some supplement brands, but a standalone supplement shop for a brand, I think that's revolutionary. I think not only is that going to change the game, but that's going to bring so much more opportunities for you and Bucked Up. So another just genius idea and changing the game.
And we do have one gym with a retail store attached. So we call it Bucked Up Fitness, that we're also planning on doing, where we have a gym and then we have a store that's attached to it. I mean, that store alone will probably pay for all the overhead itself. Now, one thing we are doing is, hey, free pre-workout with every workout. So a person can come in and work out and get a scoop of pre-workout every time they walk into our gym. And that's part of the membership of belonging to Bucked Up Gym. Plus, they also get incentives and discounts at the retail store. So we have a few things going that we really want to go out with and really make a difference in the market that makes us a little bit different than the other gym around the corner. So
yeah, you do. I mean, where is this gym located?
So right now we have one location in North Carolina. We actually had I happened to be presenting and speaking at an event. Not that I do that often, but I happened to be presenting at an event, and they asked me, what's the future of Bucked Up? And I said, hey, retail stores, gyms, all this thing. And the guy immediately came out of the audience when I was done and says, hey, there's a gym that shut down. The owner and the gym owner are fighting, but it's already a gym. And I would love to go in that space. Let's do it together. And I'm like, hey, that's less risk for me. Yeah, let's try it. So we did. In the first month, it made money. The very first month we opened up, it made money.
Wow. I mean, that's really exciting. That's just exciting to hear, because I think that's such another cool idea, especially as just, first of all, I would go just for the free pre-workout. I don't care what I would have to pay. I think that'd be cool itself. But also to have a place for your content creation, for your own content, creation people. And I think that would just be another big step for Bucked Up. So expanding that and definitely going to another level there. Now, finally, Mike, I want to talk about, a little bit of your personal background. Okay. As someone who's competed in bodybuilding since 2009, and a personal trainer for 15 years, I think one of the best things that I, as a host, enjoy on the Underdog Talk is hearing advice from someone who's seen it all and learned from it. So, Mike, what is one tip that you would give to people who are just starting their fitness journey?
The thing is, learn to love the journey. I've been saying this a lot lately, is because everybody sees Instagram, they see the end results of competitors, and they're like, I want to look like that. Well, that's not how I started. I started by learning to love the gym. having a passion for that, and the destination will come. So it's really enjoying the process is what's going to take you to that final destination. Because otherwise, if you keep striving to get there, but you're not enjoying the day-to-day, the gym, it's going to be a struggle the whole time. So.
And I think trust the process and love the process is what they say. And I mean, once you fall in love with it, it just takes over your life, and the mental and physical benefits of it, like Mike said, and they're just huge. So I know, gentlemen, you guys are two extremely busy individuals, but would you be down for some quick rapid fire questions?
Let's do it.
Yeah,
Hell yeah. All right. If you were to give up one for the whole year between Bucked Up and Pump-ocalypse, which one are we giving up?
Pump-ocalypse.
You'd give up Pump-ocalypse, Mike?
Oh yeah, I go with the pre-workout just to give me that fire. You know, Pump's great; it's an additive, and people love it. But I mean, I need that pre-workout.
Tough question. If I work out at night, I have to have Pump-ocalypse. I don't do anything with caffeine. But the staple Bucked Up. I don't even do the high stem stuff. I stick with Bucked Up.
All right, I think, and I mean, to give you guys credit, Bucked Up would be the correct answer because in your product, you do have some pump ingredients. Yeah. So that's the right answer. I think so. Favorite flavor of Pre?
Watermelon lemonade. All the lemonade flavors are really good, but that one,
it's good.
Yeah.
I'm a sour gummy. I like mine a little tart more than sweet. So sour gummy for me, I could do every single day.
All right. Mine would be the blue raz. That one was really damn good.
Yeah.
I love that one. Personal most used Bucked Up product?
LFG Tropical now.
Yeah.
I love the LFG. I mean, it just gets me in that zone. You're burning more calories, especially now that I'm on prep. It's an awesome product. I mean, I tell people it tastes just like pineapple juice. For a while, I was just single scooping, just washing it down. But now with the LFG, I make a whole bottle, and just because I enjoy it, it's a game changer. I love it. So,
and I like that it has the time release caffeine because you can fill it basically all day. It's really good. I love LFG, and I probably would stick with. I mean, like I said, sour gummy Bucked Up. I just don't know if it can be beat.
I don't know if it can either. I mean, I would have to go with the horchata protein.
I'll send you out a bottle.
Oh. Honor and privilege. I'm going to have to say mine's the horchata protein. I don't think I've ever tasted something like that. I mean, it's just good. And I wish the one thing, Ryan, I was going to say, do you see Bucked Up protein start to go to Vitamin Shoppe and GNC?
Yes. Protein's a really tough market. Really protein, nobody makes money on protein, to be completely fair. The margins are very, very slim by the time there's returns and weight, that it's heavy to ship and everything else. But you got to have protein to go along with your line. It's like brand loyalty, and it just goes with the brand. And you know what? Everybody takes protein. Anybody who wants to supplement, I mean, you ask anybody and they're saying, hey, take some more protein. Me personally, I think I'd rather get it from food, but I always supplement it with protein. When I'm in a hurry or something, I got to have the protein. But we are launching right now in Vitamin Shoppe. We're trying to get it into GNC. GNC saying the price doesn't meet, but because of inflation, because of COVID, all those supply chain issues, it's caused that protein has gone up really high.
I think that would be a game changer, Ryan and Mike, if you got Bucked Up protein in. And obviously, would it be the most profitable thing? No, but would it just make your brand stand out more? I think so. I mean, your flavors, again.
Point.
Oh, that horchata, like you said, you make those in smoothies. We have a couple new flavors. I mean, I don't know if I should tell them.
Yeah, drop them, Mike. Drop them.
We got s'mores coming out. Oh,
s'mores is good.
It's like cake batter, but better. We have salted caramel. We have strawberry and banana. I mean,
oh yeah, they're all good.
Come in the get it online, buckedup.com.
Oh, go hit up Mike's, Bucked Up South Jordan.
Hit that up. Good God, that's going to change the game.
Yeah.
My two questions. These are big ones. Talk like Rocky for the rest of your life, or have to box Rocky in his prime?
Talk. Man, Rocky, dude, I don't want to get my trap. Have you seen Rocky? Man, you saw Drago, right?
Yeah. Hey, Chris has a cousin. I mean, Mike has a cousin named Chris that looks like the Russian that fought Rocky.
Oh, Drago?
Yeah. 6'7", 270.
I think you just posted him on your TikTok today.
Oh,
lifting, doing some rows with like 745s, you know,
yeah,
nothing serious.
Nothing serious.
Ryan did more, but he didn't post that because he didn't want to put him.
I didn't want to show Chris up.
I mean, Ryan, I know you can do more than that. That's not the question. Chris, if you're watching this, I'm sorry. I mean, Ryan's just that guy at the end of the day. Final question. Now, this is a big one, and you know, I've had different answers on this. Pull-ups or chin-ups?
Pull-ups.
Yes.
I'm about pull-ups as well.
Yes. You see, it's just you're working more on pull-ups. You can do more on chin-ups. Yeah, but pull-ups really work the whole body. That is the right answer, guys. I mean, I think we ended it out perfectly. That's the right answer. Mike and Ryan, it has been an honor and privilege. You know, but before we go, is there anything you want to plug in terms of the South Jordan store? You know, your code, buckedup.com, obviously any of that.
No, just check out our products at buckedup.com. I mean, you're going to love everything. Everybody says, should I try this? Try our new flavors. We come out with good flavors. We always test them. Ryan brings them in the office. We all sample them. We put our heads together. So, I mean, every flavor is approved and it's really good. So take a risk, try the new flavors we come out with, and you won't go wrong with Bucked Up. So,
So Teddy, do you happen to have, do you game at all, like esport gaming?
No, yeah, I play a little video games. Is there a gamer thing coming out?
Well, there might be a release next week.
Oh,
let me tease it. Let me
stop.
Oh, Ryan's dropping it.
Oh,
everyone.
So we actually have what's called Big Game Energy coming out.
I tried the Peach Passion. That is
like
the best drink I have ever had. Peach Passion in that. I'm gonna go grab one today.
We have powders, we have energy drinks, and we also have buckshots. Like
I saw the buckshots. I saw you talking about that.
We have a lot coming out. You know, we try to, like I said, we try to be innovative and we like to be on the edge, and we're going to go after the gaming industry as well. You know, we think it's way bigger than the fitness industry. Obviously, there's a lot of people who game, you know, all ages. Also, you know, whether they're fit or not, they would take supplements. This helps with reaction time. We put in clinically proven ingredients to help with cognition and reaction time. They're really, really good. So
I'm honestly blown. I'm gonna have to start gaming more is what I'm gonna say. And I mean, if you guys are a little hesitant on Bucked Up, I know they have, you know, a sample thing. Try it for free. I promise you will not be disappointed. Again, a top brand, a top pre-workout coming up. You know, so much to prove, but everything, you know, is there. Again, gentlemen, it has been an honor and privilege. Guys, we have some big names coming up on the Underdog Talk, as you've seen. But until next time, Underdog out.
Appreciate it.